All right, for the third time, welcome to the 11.7 podcast. Another episode here. We're going to recap the midweek. We're going to preview the weekend. It's a late one for the folks here, but we do have everybody with us. Dimitri, Noah, Jack. I'm tired. We're all kind of tired, but we needed to get an episode out Wednesday before series start Thursday. It is Easter weekend, so a vast majority of the series are going to go Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We do have some select games on Sunday that are really good, including USC versus UCLA, which is must-watch television. We just experienced a really good midweek. It was a fun midweek with some teams, I don't know, making statement wins, mid-majors stepping up and causing upsets, if you want to call it an upset. But really good stuff this week. The plan of the show, we're going to quickly go through a midweek recap, and then Noah does have a special segment for us, which is going to be our what are we calling this? Midseason watch list.
Midseason awards watch list.
Yeah. There we go. Midseason award watch list for the awards that we give out at the end of the year. After that, we'll do the weekend series Pickem. We'll preview the weekend, and we'll get out of here. So a little shorter episode, but it is Tuesday night, almost 12:30 a.m. Eastern, and we're all tired, hungry.
We needed some midweek results to talk about,
Yeah, I mean, we did just witness one of the best games of the season so far in Missouri State and Arkansas, but I do want to start with Coastal Carolina visiting the Citadel in Charleston. Jack was on the call. He was also on the pregame show, which shout out to Lucas Ferreira, one of the best in the business, put it together. It was really cool. I mean, we had Coach Lamonis on there. Who else was all on the show? I know Triplet was there for a pregame interview. It was really well done, and I enjoyed watching it. So I'm going to give Jack the floor here for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Talk about the Coastal Carolina comeback win, how resilient they are, but also Citadel is a dang good team with a blueprint that is built for success against any opponent in the country.
Yeah, shout out Lucas Ferreira. The product was absolutely incredible. It's like 4 cameras, monitors, lights, like the Citadel really investing into this game day idea, and it was a really cool blessing to be a part of. Coastal Carolina is inevitable, guys. Like it was a wild game. A coach got ejected. 2 teams that lead the country literally 1-2 in sacrifice bunts. We had 6 innings of no-hit baseball from both sides. Rex Watson, the Coastal's first hit of the game, is a solo shot that goes 438 feet. Like it was a really awesome midweek baseball game where we saw a ton of different arms. And it was an absolute blast to take in, and another 1-run win in a game that Coastal feels like they're going to get beat yet again. Well, now make it 8 in a row, 31 in a row in Sun Belt play, which feels like a record that will never be broken because it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard my entire life. And Kevin Schnall and the Shants are just inevitable, man. Like Trace Mazan, their number 1 hitter this year, breaks the hand. He's gone. You're out 3 MLB guys, like legit big leaguers on the mound that are all hurt and you haven't had all year. Okay, great. Jackson Appleman with 10 innings on the season and 13 on his career. Those 6 innings of no-hit baseball today with a career-high 9 punchies. You're like, it's just this next man up mentality, which feels like it's going to be relentless enough to get them back to Omaha. Like, what a freaking ball club, man. And Ben, to your point, like, I know a lot of folks from around the country aren't super familiar with the SoCon. I know that we talk about it a ton on here. And the Citadel is a really cool group because they play a very similar style of play to Coastal, where it's get them on, get them over, get them in. It's a lot of small ball. It's a lot of moving guys over. James Reeves, their pitching coach, is the ultimate vibes guy. Like, I'd love to lock him and Dimitri in a room and just watch them vibe out together. Like, it would be a blast. And what he's done in just year 2 there is nothing short of remarkable, right? And getting to see some of our 11.7s, like fans, boots on the ground, like it reminds me like how blessed I am to be a part of this community and how much I miss you guys. Like had people walking up to me and be like, "Hey, miss you on the pod." Like, did Dimitri really pee his pants? Did he really fall asleep on that one episode? And that's true. Like I'm not making that up. And you pair that with a really great night of baseball with 2 programs that are so similarly in line. It was It was a lot of fun. Badass night in the Low Country.
Yeah, it really was. I will say there was one moment that almost made me fall off my couch, and I actually got a video from a loyal fan, Quigs. He sent me and Jack this video in the bottom of the ninth, and I believe I cannot remember who hit the ball, but the broadcast on a potential walk-off home run sounded like he was using the freaking Prodigy Worth bat. I mean, just the loudest ting of all time. I thought the ball was going 500 feet for a walk-off Citadel homer, and Pato catches it on the warning track. I mean, it almost brought me to the floor.
Dude, the kid, it was 93 on the way in, like 99 on the way out, but the launch angle was like 37 degrees. So, like, our camera team does an awesome job tracking it because it was – and you're like, oh my God, like the luck of the Chanticleer has run out. Like, and who's lost their, I think 12 and 15 this year, 7 losses by 1 run, 5 of those to top 25 teams in the country. They have the 11th hardest schedule in the country. Like, they finally got their knockout punch. The guy catches it right at the wall, and you're like, oh my God, nuts.
Yeah. Both of those teams, they're like, if Citadel does get in the postseason by winning the SoCon tournament, like, nobody wants to see these type of teams in regional play. They don't beat themselves, and they take advantage of every mistake. It's a really good blueprint, to be honest. Like, in today's world of college baseball, that's max velo / swing for the fences. There's a lot of holes in those games that can be taken advantage of. But anyways, I do want to move on to the next game here so we can kind of keep things flowing. Dimitri, I know you watched every pitch of this Arkansas at Missouri State game. Before we had technical difficulties, I labeled it the most exciting game of the season. You did push back, though, and you brought receipts. I will give you that. But let's talk about Missouri State's walk-off win, bottom of the 11th? Bottom. Oh, it was bottom 9. I thought it was extra innings. But Caden Bogenpole, just a freak of a human being, 6'6", plus his six-pack, probably plus his six-figure payday in NIL, like, just comes up in a clutch moment. Oppo walk-off home run. Fans go crazy. It felt like the stadium was packed until the bottom of the 9th, and it was two heavyweight teams just pound for pound punching each other. Really chippy game, too. A lot of emotion. So give us your thoughts there, Dimitri.
I think if you wanted to watch a game full of offense, this was the perfect one. If you wanted to watch a game to support your thesis that the balls are juiced and the bats are juiced, this was the perfect game for you. If this was the game that you wanted to watch a mid-major beat an SEC team in the midweek, this was the game for you. So it had a lot of good things for people that look for those things. Yeah, I mean, I think it just showed how good Missouri State's lineup is. They'll punch you in the mouth. They'll punish you in each and every way, especially the long ball. Arkansas, on the other hand, coming off a sweep at the hands of Florida, couldn't get their bats going all weekend. They finally get their bats going. Pitching didn't quite show up. So it's a frustrating time for the Hogs. But great time to be a Missouri State Bear.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring something else back up that we had recorded before technical difficulties. But how sad was it seeing that Missouri State's best offensive player was actually playing for Arkansas tonight, and Zach Stewart? I miss that guy. I miss him. He had a good game too, like pretty decent game. But imagine that Missouri State lineup with him in it too. I mean, that's an Omaha team. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah. I hate it. I hate seeing people leave. Anthony Ianson left UC San Diego, won a damn national title. So good for him. It worked out for him. But yeah, I don't like seeing superstars from these good mid-major teams leave.
Dom Decker, Ole Miss. That breaks my heart. Yeah. From the Murray State team, Dom Decker in the Ole Miss lineup hurts me. It hurts me.
But to further emphasize that point of those who stay, how about Caden Bogenpole with the walk-off home run? That was huge for them. Missouri State now 12-0 in Springfield. So they are a team to definitely watch as, they're playing strong baseball at home. And then You had Bryce Sermonelli go 4 for 6. He's got a 15-game hit streak for the Bears. That lineup can just roll, man. And with Arkansas, we talked about it in the last episode, just trying to figure some things out on the mound. They start off down 6-1. It's not a great way to figure some things out on the mound, and then it just turned into an offensive smoke show. So,
yeah, no, it's tough times to be an Arkansas fan right now. But at the end of the day, like, are they going to figure out? Yeah, like they will eventually figure it out. Like they're there every single year. That it leads to a super regional. Like, it's going to be fine.
This is a program that's had like 17 plus SEC wins 5 straight years, and they've had to retool the roster in like 3 of the 5 years. So
plus, like, they're not even the only SEC team struggling right now. There's quite a few that came into the season with high hopes, and like now they're scratching their heads. So it'll all get worked out. But it was a big midweek win there for Missouri State, and I'll tell you who's the happiest that Missouri State is playing well, and it's the Missouri Valley Conference, because Missouri State is now. I'm getting there, Dimitri. They're Conference USA, so like all the Missouri Valley teams and fans are like, hey, we still got an automatic bid to a super regional as a 4 seed. Like, we don't have to worry about Missouri State potentially hosting a regional. They're top 10 in RPI right now. Like, they don't count. Like, still one of us are going to go to a super regional this year. So Missouri Valley fans are pumped.
No.
There are a couple games I do want to like, I guess, talk about in the midweek here, but I could be missing a big one. Like, I want to talk about Auburn, Georgia Tech, but is there another game you guys want to talk about first?
I was going to bring up one thing real quick. If there was a bright spot in a loss, I think it was the biggest bright spot I've ever seen in a loss, and it was the Missouri Tigers. Their ballpark was electric. It was packed out. It was the first time I've truly seen that place feel like a fun place to watch a college baseball game. And there was a 3-run triple to cap off an 8-run inning to come back and take the lead against Kansas 8-6. And there was a perfect clip just showing fans on top of the dugout, whole team out of the dugout, all fired up. And I was like, if there was a clip you would show like at some banquet or something saying, hey, we need to invest in the program, the opportunity is there, there's a shot, we can build something here, I think it would be that video clip you would show and say, hey, look at what we could have here. So
that's the first time I tweeted it out too, the first time in a decade where I actually thought, you know what, you can actually build something in Como. They got people to the park. They had an outstanding baseball moment in the game. They ended up losing it, but that's just, building blocks for what could be. Because Kansas 4 years ago, we were thinking the same thing.
But you know what? I'm afraid it's just Missouri hates Kansas so much that's why they're there. They don't actually really care about baseball. They just saw, oh, Kansas is on our campus. Let's go hate watch.
I don't know. I think Missouri, there were times when, especially when they were in the Big 12, like they were kind of a force.
I mean, yeah, the Max Scherzer days back when we were wearing diapers.
No, but I don't know. Like, growing up, Missouri had support on the baseball field. I think it's just really like a 4 or 5 year lull that we're in, where
it is. It's a bad stretch.
Fans are just frustrated, but it's quick, dude. It's quick to get support, especially in an SEC school. All you have to do is start winning some games. You start winning games, people are going to show up. I mean, you saw it with you see it with Kentucky all the time. Like, Kentucky built a brand new stadium because they started winning games, and like now the fans show up. Yeah. I don't know. The Georgia Tech Auburn game, we get a little revenge after what Auburn did to Georgia Tech a few weeks ago in the midweek. The Georgia Tech offense is unbelievable. Like, they don't have a weak spot in that lineup. It's fascinating to watch.
I think seeing, you guys give your thoughts after me, but I think when you see Georgia Tech go on the road to the Plains and play Auburn and get punched in the mouth, play your conference weekend series, then you come back home, rerun it back with those same two teams, but in Atlanta, and Georgia Tech punches them back in the mouth. I think it just shows how hard it is to play a good baseball game against some of these teams. One couple things go wrong, you get absolutely bodied. Georgia Tech is one of those teams. Auburn, I think, is good enough to body a good baseball team when things don't go well on the other side, in the other dugout. So I think that's kind of what happened tonight. Georgia Tech smacked them early, and Auburn was just like, yeah, dude, we don't have the firepower to try to keep this close when we've got another weekend coming up. Georgia Tech's on the offensive side of that, like, we're going to cruise control. We're going to cruise through this thing and just keep pounding it. So it's like, it's a really normal thing to see between two really good teams.
Yeah. It was a pretty good midweek for Conference USA as a whole. Like, I'm looking through, Liberty gets a win, hands NC State their 6th straight loss. God, it feels like Liberty owns the ACC in midweeks. I don't have stats, but every year, Liberty in midweeks against ACC teams, they win games. Jacksonville State, Alabama was a fun game to watch. I tuned in late, but Alabama did end up winning. Jacksonville State tried to steal home. Good video clip there, Dimitri, on that. Try to steal home.
They had opportunities all night. Jacksonville, or the first 3 innings, they didn't really, but they could have won that game. Alabama also could have put them away many times, so that's why that turned into such a fantastic game. I think Jacksonville State is slightly a victim of weak scheduling. They're 24-5, 24-6 now. So who knows? But that tonight showed me like this team is good. They're 9-0 in the Conference USA. They've got a lot of tough series coming up with Dallas Baptist, Missouri State, and so forth. So I think the Conference USA is going to surprise a lot of people.
Yeah. I still go back. Like, I want to compare this Jacksonville State team to Murray State last year. Murray State, soft schedule, but they won all the games that they played for the most part, won all the series. And they kind of rely on like 3 or 4 guys on the mound that are really good. And then the offense is so pesky. Like, they don't have the big boppers that you'll see across mid-major country where some guy will have 15 homers at this point. Like, they don't have that. They're a complete old, like, pretty old team. So I think Jacksonville State's definitely going to make some noise in the postseason. And then, I mean, Western Kentucky dominated Tennessee Tech. Whatever. We can stop talking about Conference USA now. I don't know why.
I got 2, Ben. Program that we both, I feel like, really love. Great staff. Sela goes to the Pete.
Yeah.
Sela 8-4 in the Southland. Like, I've already played a lot of baseball. Like, I had to kind of like rub my eyes. I'm like, it's April 1. How are they 17-12? Have we already played that many baseball games? Like, goodness gracious. But yeah, go to the Pete, get a win there. Like, I think it says a lot about a conference that like feels like every year gets a little bit deeper and deeper. And then also like a team that hasn't been able to figure out the midweek, I feel like, for the last couple of years. The Finns winning in the A gap against the Gators. Who would win in a fight? I guess we find out Dolphin wins over Gator. Jacksonville. It's like a Florida team where like I just like I can't figure out which side of the seesaw I'm on. Like, are they really good? Like, they just looked awesome all weekend. You're like, great response, really resilient. Maybe they ride this thing. Not to take away what Jacksonville did tonight, but it does feel like this has been kind of the similar song and dance in Gainesville for quite some time. But obviously insanely talented. I just also think it says a lot about Jacksonville and really, really good baseball in the Sunshine State.
How about the Southland today? Southland gets win. Southeastern beat Southern Miss. Lamar could have beaten TCU. They hung in there, lost by a couple runs. But New Orleans beats South Alabama. Incarnate Word upsets UTSA, and McNeese beats Louisiana Lafayette. Some good wins.
Did you see that Incarnate Word game?
Yeah. Walkoff through on bomb.
And before that, it should have never happened. It should have never happened.
Oh, I missed that. What happened?
UTSA just walked the guy, made a mistake. It should have never came to that. And they didn't have their closer, Simmons or whatever. He threw a lot this weekend, I think. So Hallmark basically was like, you're down today. So, but hey, I have a question for you guys that kind of came up on the Twitter machine today. Von Lackey catcher's gear. I'm going to rewind it back. I forgot to bring it up. The Georgia Auburn game.
Great. That was a great post to me.
He had the catcher's gear that says catcher's U. Would you guys say Florida State or Georgia Tech is more of catcher's view. You've got four first-round picks with the fifth one on the way in Von Lackey, or you got Cal Raleigh, you got Buster Posey, you got DJ Stewart, and I think I'm forgetting one more.
When I think catcher's view, I think Georgia Tech.
Yeah, like gut instinct. Unless somebody can show me hard facts that Georgia Tech's not catcher's view, it's Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Veritek, Weeder, Parada,
And
who else?
Joey Bart.
Joey Bart.
Joey Bart, and who is the
Kyle
recent
McCann.
one?
Kyle McCann.
Who's the
He was. I don't think
2021, 22?
top five
Who's
rounder.
the-
He might have been a top five rounder.
Who's the big hitter? 21,
Kevin
22.
Parada.
Parada.
I said Parada.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did? Oh, my
I said
fault.
Parada, Bart, Weeders, and anyway,
Yeah,
what do you guys think? Who's catcher's view?
Like I said, unless you show me hard facts that Georgia Tech's not catcher's view, my brain and heart both say Georgia Tech
I
100%.
agree.
Yeah, I okay, but I think I have the trump card a little. Okay, so like the name, and like I think I just have like a man crush on Buster Posey my whole life, like just because I think he's like the most underrated player in big league history. But I will say this, like Veritek is like, I feel like he kind of sets the stage or sets the tone a little bit because he's like the first guy ever to win a Little League, College World, and Major League. Von Lackey might be like the ace up the sleeve in the conversation, though, guys. Like, dude, watching him throw down the bases is like one of the most incredible. I get stuck. I get looped. Where I'm going to say, oh, it's just. I got to interview him a couple of weeks ago when he was the Golden Spike Spotlight Player of the Week, and he's so humble. And you're like, wait, no, you don't get to be nice and like unbelievable at this damn sport that is so hard. Yeah, I think I go GT too. But like, how do you? Yeah, that's hard.
How do you fade Cal Raleigh
And Posey.
Well,
do you know what? You're a prisoner.
You know what? Posey's the pitcher that kind of caught.
Huh?
Yeah,
Posey's the
I
pitcher
agree
that
with
just
that.
happened to catch too. So they're not catcher you.
No.
If Jameis Winston caught at Florida State for even just an inning, totally changes the conversation.
Yeah, but I think four first rounders with Vaughn being the fifth one is just maybe more volume, more consistency. And you can't even say they're not quality. It's Veritek, it's Matt Weeder. Like these are big time MLB stars.
Yeah.
But Cal Raleigh is a little recency bias. He did set the AL home run record for a catcher or baseball record, whatever. And then freaking Buster Posey. So like, which one is it? 2 or 5?
It's tough. Tough question.
I do want to shout out two more midweek games that were on the West Coast. So they're just recently finished up or they're finishing up now. West Virginia gets smacked in the Friday game of the Arizona Swing Forum, and then they rattle off 3 straight wins, 2 against the Sun Devils, and then they knock off Arizona after falling down 2-0. They win that game 7-4 today on Tuesday. And then USC and Santa Barbara has been a war. Barbara had an early lead. They put up 3 in the first. They were up 4-0. They blew that lead, and then just this past inning, they had the bases loaded with 2 outs, unable to scratch across a run. USC currently leads 7-5 in the 8th.
Campbell and UNC on ESPN2 right now, bottom of the 14th, 4-4. Guys, Campbell's a really good team. I've seen enough.
So pissed.
That first weekend, I was doubting myself. Really, like that first weekend, I was doubting myself, and then they rattle off an ECU midweek win. They lose the series to Troy, and they lose the series to Wright State after that. And I did have my Campbell doubts, but since March 13th, they've lost 1 game.
Since we flipped our picks, I think they've just gone on a freaking run,
including wins over Duke. They gave Coastal their most recent loss.
Yeah.
They beat NC State. They swept College of Charleston. They could win this game. Like Campbell, the Camels are doing well.
They've hit North Carolina in this game.
Yeah,
Carolina's a good team too. They're a really good team.
Slept on team. They're 24-4-1.
And there it is.
There's the walk-off.
Oh no, this game's gonna be over. First and third, nobody out. It's over.
I want to give 2 shout outs on the midweek. Friends of the program, the High Point Panthers. big win, 1-0 over Wake Forest. That's their second ACC midweek win. And then how about Bethune-Cookman, a team we were hyping up preseason and like talked about them a ton, and then we kind of laid off of them for a while, but they're still kicking. Like they get their second win over South Florida in the midweek this year. And I'm telling you, Bethune is a really good team. They're not
South Florida.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I think this proves that Bethune's like not a fluke.
Yeah.
Like they're going to win the SWAC, and they're going to be. I don't know if they'll win a game in a regional, but they're going to be in it.
They won one last year.
Did they?
Yeah, I believe they beat Northeastern.
No, I think they lost.
No,
I think they went 0-2, but both games were close.
All I know is, gentlemen, we have 20 minutes left to our 45-minute cutoff. So, Ben, as the host,
we're rolling.
What do you want to go from here?
Well, Noah needs to do his segment on the. He did put a lot of research and effort into the midseason awards watch list. For it's 4 categories, right? Like mid-major coach of the year, mid-major coach of the year, mid-major pitcher of the year, mid-major player of the year, and then Power 4 coach of the year, Power 4 player of the year, Power 4 pitcher of the year.
Yeah. You were right.
Noah, question.
I was wrong. They lost
question, Noah.
4-3.
Noah, question.
What's up?
We're gonna put Oregon State in the Power 4 category, obviously, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. By the way, the state of Oregon got slapped around today.
Oh my
God. Portland shut out the Oregon Ducks 3-0.
Portland is a state of Oregon team, though.
Yeah,
I know. And I'm a big fan of the Portland Pilots. Great logo, great coaching staff too. And then Oregon State gets destroyed tonight. So
you got bent over.
Bad. Yeah, we'll rattle through in these. It's mainly for a little bit of social, just to get some names out there that deserve some recognition. Because I know a lot of other awards do watch lists, but that's kind of like their chopping blocks. Just because they're on the watch list does not mean that this is end of the year nomination or nominee that will be there for the rest of the year.
Yep.
Somebody that's not on this list can emerge in the second half. And I think that where you will probably see that most likely is in the player of the year category of this. I think that's where it's most volatile. Going through the pitchers, there's like, there's some guys that have separated themselves already. But first off, we're going to say this. The mid-major player of the year is going to be called Kyle Lewis player of the year again. That was a thing like the first 2 or 3 years of 11.7, then went away. Last year we didn't throw his name on the award, but we're doing that again, boys. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So
last mid-major player to win the Golden Spikes.
Yep. And roommate of one Ben Upton. So all of these are in alphabetical order, not in any power ranking or any order whatsoever. So for mid-major player of the year, Kyle Lewis, mid-major player of the year. You have Drew Berrigan from UNLV, currently has the second highest batting average in the country, and has ridiculous line. You have Andrew Detlefson from UTSA, currently hitting .416 with a 1242 OPS. He's a top 25 average in the country and also one of just a handful of guys that are at double-digit homers. Javier Gorostola from Florida Gulf Coast, currently 8th nationally in average with a 440 average, 1200 OPS. Cole Hansen from Cal Baptist, currently 9th nationally in batting average at 439 and the best batting average in the country of any freshman. Kyle Morrison of Southern Miss, he has the highest OPS and most home runs currently in the Sun Belt. Those are the
Noah,
5. Go ahead.
When you said Florida Gulf Coast, that was not the name I was expecting.
I know.
I was expecting the other two-way superstar from Florida Gulf Coast.
He's had a huge year on the mound. He's had a huge year on the mound, but I don't know if he's the best hitter on the team or not.
You are 100%, 1,000,000% correct that he's not the best hitter on the team. But for being a pitcher and a hitter, doing both, I think it's pretty exceptional what he's doing this year.
Yeah, he's had a huge year on the mound, and adding some hitting stats too. Very much could be when we have the microscope at the end of the year. We're going through with a fine-tooth comb. Obviously, like I said, these 5 names that we're rattling off on the watch list aren't going to be the exact same at the end of the year. And if if Evan Dempsey continues at the pace that he's at. It's certainly very notable. For the Power Conference Player of the Year, again, alphabetical order, but we had to throw him in here. Shout out to Miles Bailey, was on an absolute tear to begin the year. The biggest knock on him was the strikeouts. Guys, he has 45 he's going to finish the year with 45 free passes to only 31 strikeouts with a 1534 OPS, 373 average, and 14 home runs. Absolute, bummer that he's not going to be able to finish the year for Florida State. You got Lorenzo Carrier doing some big time damage up at Pitt right now. 425 average, 1536 OPS, 12 homers. He's got 39 free passes and just 26 strikeouts. Rock Chalowski, of course, everybody knows him. 350 average, 1223 OPS. Landon Harrison, 469 average, 1578 OPS with 17 homers. Currently tied for the nation's lead. D. Kennedy of Kansas State, the shortstop over there, batting .430 with a 1459 OPS and 15 stolen bases. And then the catcher for Georgia, Daniel Jackson, .417 average, 1450 OPS, 16 homers, 13 stolen bases, and more walks than strikeouts, or more free passes than strikeouts.
What happened, Dimitri?
Campbell. Yeah, North
Carolina walked it off in the bottom of the 14th.
Ah.
I wanted to play that damn song.
You were sitting on that tweet for a while. That hurts. The mid-major. No, you're good. The mid-major pitch of the year. If anybody wants to add, I'm just trying to go as fast as possible because you guys want this to be a short pod. Mid-major pitch of the year watch list right now. Again, alphabetical order. Cooper Allen of UNC Wilmington. 11 pitchers this season have recorded 6 wins. Of the mid-major arms that have done that, Allen has the lowest ERA at 132 with 46 strikeouts and just 5 walks. Opponents are also just hitting 166 against him. Ben Blair at Liberty, 59 strikeouts, 4 walks, a 153 batting average against, a 149 ERA. He's 5th nationally in strikeout to walk ratio right now and has the best ERA of that quintet.
You know who he reminds me of is Ryan Johnson from Dallas Baptist a couple years ago.
I think you've said that on the pod, and I agree. He's very funky crossfire.
Yeah, he throws strikes, just competes.
I'm a big Ben Blair fan, but he's not. I would disagree that he's like Ryan Johnson. His velo is not the same as Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson was up there.
Was he? I don't remember him being like a huge flame.
Ryan Johnson was like 97, 98.
He touched 100 a couple times.
Yeah, he pumped it up there. But Ben Blair is just exceptionally well east to west. So for college, he's incredible. I'm a big fan of him, and I'm only saying this because you brought it up, but it's going to be interesting to see what he does. Because in pro ball, you need to be north and south. You need swing and misses north and south, and not east and west.
That's why we're bringing him up, just getting some recognition, getting it out there. And Jackson Flora, currently best mid-major ERA in the country at 0.83. He's 5-0 with 56 strikeouts and 43.1 innings with 13 free passes. Eli Pillsbury of Jacksonville State, 5-0 with a 0.91 ERA, 48 strikeouts, 7 walks, and a 182 batting average against. Honestly, might be the best.
I saw somebody tweet the funniest nickname for him, and it's
the Doughboy.
Yeah, the Pillsbury Throwboy.
The Throwboy.
Just perfect.
He might have the best all-around line in mid-major right now. Just the strikeout count, the walks are low. Nobody's hitting him. Like, he's been really good. And then we threw in kind of a hybrid, Brody Trusclair. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It's T-R-O Sclair at the end there from Northwestern State. So he's only got 3 starts on the year, but he does have 33 innings thrown. He's got a 136 ERA, 51 strikeouts, and 8 walks. It's the fewest number of innings thrown to get 51-plus strikeouts in the country. So that is your mid-major pitcher of the year watch list. Power Conference pitcher of the year watch list. This one was one of the easier ones that we've had to, or that I had to go through. in the midseason currently. You got Mason Edwards, who's currently second in ERA with 0.67, second most strikeouts with 74, a 0.82 batting average against, and he's made 7 starts. He's 5-0. Alphabetical order, you got Wes Mendez, who's 6-1 in 7 starts with a 1.33 ERA, a 58-11 strikeout to walk ratio, and a complete game shutout as well. Of all power conference pitchers with 40 plus innings, Mendez has the 3rd best ERA and 2nd most strikeouts. We've got Ruger Riojas from Texas in here with a 1.59 ERA currently, 64 strikeouts, 7 walks, and a complete game shutout as well. Of the 6 pitchers nationally that have 60 plus strikeouts, Riojas has the least walks. Tomas Valencias of Mississippi State, top 5 nationally in ERA right now with a 0.91. He's 6-0 on the year with 56 strikeouts, 11 walks, and a 173 batting average against. And he's doing that in his first year in the SEC. And then Dax Whitney of Oregon State, 78 strikeouts, is the most in the country right now. He's got 14 walks, 155 ERA, and 40.2 innings. Those are your power conference pitcher of the year.
And 2 homers given up to the Mercer Bears.
Yeah. So the Mercer Bears are counting for half of that ERA.
Ben will love the latest tweet from 11.7. He'll absolutely love it. I just fired it out as you were talking about all that.
Bad. What did you tweet?
You're a bad man.
So, and then Noah, those are exceptional lists.
So those are the players, and then the coach. These are quick. James Ramsey of Georgia Tech, first-year head coach, absolutely delivering on very high expectations so far. Brian O'Connor in his first year in Starkville, again, delivering on high expectations. Rich Wallace of UCF, currently leading the Big 12, and I do not believe they were picked anywhere close to that in preseason coaches poll. You got Steve Sabins, once again, just doing the thing in Morgantown for West Virginia, losing, I think it was 7 starters out of the lineup, and they've just, completely, stayed the course. Go ahead.
I think James Ramsey, if Georgia Tech hosts the regional, he should be the coach of the year. Yep. What first time head coaches have done that at a Power 4 school with those kind of expectation? Like what? I can't think of many.
So Schnall at Coastal did it last year, and then Sabins didn't host, but he got to a super.
Yeah.
And
I think Oz might have done it at Southern Miss. I think they hosted.
You're right. Maybe now that I think about it, you might be right. There's more common than you think. Yeah. Either way,
from the feet though. Yeah.
Andy Stankiewicz should be in that list.
That is the last name, alphabetical order.
Oh, I thought you were done. USC. On me.
No, you're good. We're just having conversation again, just stirring up the pot and getting these names out there.
No Savage.
Having the thought.
No Savage in that list.
Well, I just think preseason number 1, they've been number. It's hard,
but how hard it is to be preseason number 1 and not even live up to expectations, surpass expectations.
I agree, but Schlossnagel's not on the list either. But Savage very well could have been on the list, and
Schloss did get it last year.
Yeah, he did, and that's why. I mean, it's kind of a voters award. We didn't talk. This was all me structuring this. We didn't talk about it at all.
We should have Schloss enjoy the end of the year. Since he won it last year, we should get Jim Schlossnagel to vote on this award.
I'll make a call.
Do we get Cameron Nickens to vote on the Kyle Lewis Player of the Year?
Cameron Nickens. By the way, I still love that shirt I made for him awesome. And Fanning.
So do the Govs, baby.
And then
go ahead.
No.
I was going to say, has the team ever been preseason number 1, ranked number 1 all season, number 1 national seed, and won the national championship?
I think Vanderbilt. Did Vanderbilt do it in 2019?
Well, obviously not, because Miami's the only number 1 overall national seed to win the title. Until
Vandy was the 2 seed in that tournament, I think.
Really?
Wait, 2 overall? 2 overall.
I think they were number 2 overall in the NCAA tournament for the selection committee.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't LSU number 1 overall seed last year? No,
LSU.
So who did Tennessee do it? Who was the last number 1 overall national seed to win the title?
Number 1.
Tennessee. Okay, it was Tennessee. But they weren't ranked number 1 all year and preseason number 1, I don't think.
They kind of came outside of the top 10, I think, in the preseason.
So I don't think it's ever, dude. I don't know if it's ever been done. Preseason number 1, hold the number 1 ranking all year long, go into the tournament number 1 overall seed, and win the national championship.
Yeah, that's never happened.
There's no way.
I thought you were saying just preseason number 1 and win the national championship. I think that's happened a couple times.
So you guys would throw, for a graphic purposes, you would have Savage on the list.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Well, we saw what happened to last
totally,
year's number 1 overall team. They couldn't even make a regional.
Yeah, I totally get it. I just, it was number 1 preseason. They're kind of doing what we expected them to do.
Same reason though with Ramsey, right? Like that's
it is the same reason.
His first year.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I think too. What's so refreshing about this UCLA team is just the storyline in itself. That 2 years ago was one of the worst seasons in program history, and they stayed. And then last year they get to Omaha, and then they stayed again. So that takes a pretty special guy, pretty special staff, pretty special group of young kids to be able to like see the bigger picture. And I think just that in itself in today's space is pretty badass.
Yeah. And then mid-major coach of the year. I did not put these in alphabetical order, but I'll do that as we go. Steve Beazer at Jacksonville State, Jeff Duncan at Kent State, Larry Lee at Cal Poly, Mitch Hannas at South Florida, and I don't think I followed alphabetical order for the last 2 there, and then Kevin Schnall at Coastal Carolina. So,
yeah, I mean, look, we messed up last year not giving it to Schnall. I'll be frank. I mean, Pat Hallmark, what he did.
Yeah, Hallmark was very deserving as well.
I mean, the 26-game win streak, I don't know.
Was it given out?
It was given out before conference tournament play.
So that's tough then.
Into regular season.
That's tough then.
It was tough. At the time, Hallmark felt like the right answer, and he still has a great case to be, but like last year, Coach Schnall, if we would have given it away at the end of the year, no brainer, he would have.
Yeah, hindsight's 2020 though. You know, like that's
it's a regular season award, and I mean, I think Coastal Carolina fans were just as, kind of up in arms on Morrison versus JT Middle. JB Middleton. So, yeah.
I do want to throw another name on the Power 4 coach.
Shoot.
I do think that Will Bolt from Nebraska could easily win this award.
It's a great name. That is a great one.
He's like, dude, he's turned that program around. The alumni are pumped about this baseball team, and they're really good, and they were not expected to be this good.
Did you know Will Bolt? Will Bolt's like number 2 in Nebraska program history for doubles or something. I was watching the game the other day. The graphic came up. One of their guys is top 5 now, and I was like, oh shit, there's Will Bolt.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, obviously, there's a lot of season left, but for right now, I think he's done a really good job with what he has.
Thank you for that, Noah.
And that's the list, yeah.
Perfect. All right, let's do Weekend Series Pickem and get out of here.
I'll make some graphics. Dimitri will make some graphics, and we'll put those out there.
Weekend Series Pickem, and then we will skedaddle. We'll save the. I guess we can do a couple Q&A because I do want to give the list.
I mean, if I have 1 or 2, like I separated the best, but let's do Pickem and then see where we're at in the pod.
Heck yeah! All right.
Hey Noah, can you make this full screen like we were just doing? Is that better?
Sorry. What were you saying, Dimitri?
All right, Ben, get it kicked off while he's doing that.
What's going on?
You're one of a kind, Dimitri.
Wait, no, I thought Noah was trying to figure. I said, can you make this thing like full screen like we were just doing before?
I'm so confused.
No.
Okay. You know how before it was like we were full screen. You couldn't see any white, like any of the background. And now can you put our faces on there?
YouTube difficulties.
Like this.
Oh, that's the only way to do it? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
All right, back to normal. I know exactly what I'm talking about. You guys are just too dumb to understand.
I'm not arguing.
I
with
didn't
that.
hear you the first time in my defense or their defense.
I'm not arguing either.
All right, we've got the showdown in Los Angeles, the big.
We're saving
matchup.
that for last. Let's go bottom up. We got to save that one for last. That's the best series of the year.
All right. Florida State at Virginia then to serve Sir Ben's wants and wishes. Top or bottom to top here. Florida State at Virginia. I think Virginia kind of took it down the chin up there at Chestnut Hill last weekend. They are definitely looking for a little bit of a bounce back weekend. Florida State looking to, I think, make a statement that they don't necessarily agree with some sentiment that, the season may not stay on this current trajectory without Miles Bailey. It's a big series for both, I believe. I will go with Virginia at home against a big time program. This is going to be a huge weekend in year one for Pollard. Like, this is a weekend that I feel like tickets were definitely highly advertised. This is going to be a full house for most likely 2 or 3 games, depending on if they play on Sunday. I can't remember if they were one of those series, but I'm going to be on the Wahoos here. What do you guys think? Are we going top to bottom on the screen here? So Dimitri
I'll go
goes
next.
first. Okay.
I'll go next. Although, I do still believe in this Florida State team. I watched them play against Stetson tonight, and the offense, they are really hurting Miles Bailey. They need somebody to step up, and until that happens, I think they're going to probably try to outpitch teams, which they definitely can do. The starting rotation is great, but you said it really well, Noah. This is Pollard's coming out story. Everybody's going to be at these games this week, and give me Virginia to win the series.
So, first of all, I'm still sad about Miles Bailey. I'm still sad about him because I hate when a really good team loses a piece that could be the difference in them being exceptionally, really, really good. But it's one bat. Pretend a guy goes in there and hits 320, 280 with 10 homers the rest of the season. The separation between Miles Bailey and that guy is not going to be enough to drastically make a difference in this Florida State season. Now, could they lose a game in the bottom of the ninth where Miles Bailey could have had a chance to hit a walk-off bomb to win a game? That's the kind of moment that you really you miss him. But overall, just stats in college baseball, the replacement is not that far off in general. So
Statistically, I do want to disagree with this though, Dimitri. The presence that Miles Bailey brings, you have to game plan around him. And
100%.
As a pitcher, you should know this. You're throwing max effort against Miles Bailey.
When you see a monster come into the box,
no. I'm not disagreeing. I'm agreeing with this 1,000,000%. I'm just saying statistically speaking.
I know, Dimitri. I actually know what you're saying because I was having this conversation earlier today. In theory, the biggest game changers and difference makers in all of college baseball and the sport in particular are pitchers. You lose your arm, you lose your horse, completely changes the way that you go about winning a season. But there are a handful of bats in the country, a handful that would break into that, I think, in my opinion, atmosphere. And Miles Bailey was one of them. And I think that's the one place that I would disagree is he is that kind of a difference maker where now you have to change who you are offensively because you don't have him.
I don't remember saying anything about someone replacing Miles Bailey. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did I say that?
You absolutely said, what if somebody comes in and hits
just
320 with 8
another
homers?
bat.
I'm saying the difference between the replacement, statistically speaking, is not as big as people think. But all the other parts are 100% true.
The difference between who? The replacement?
The replacement.
No, but hold on. Hear me out here. Think about it. I don't care.
I agree.
Think about it. What's the difference between a 280 hitter and a 300 hitter? One hit every 10 at bat, every 15 at bat.
No.
Miles Bailey's going to get your extra 2-3 home runs. I'm saying Florida State's lineup, I don't think it's going to just completely collapse because Miles Bailey's not there.
I didn't disagree with that. I agree with you.
That's what I'm saying. They'll be just fine. They have the pitching. They have everything. They'll be fine. But I'm just as sad as everyone else that he's gone because he is the best power hitter in college baseball. I don't care what anybody says. So with all that being said, give me the Virginia Cavaliers.
No
All right.
replacement for Dimitri.
I just think Virginia.
Jack, did you give a pick on this?
Yeah, I like Florida State.
All right.
I loved your pick out in Wes Mendez. His pitchability is absolutely a blast to watch. I like the Knowles.
Yeah,
UC
you
Santa.
have to take the Knowles. They sent you a whole closet worth of gear, didn't they?
Did. They
Yeah.
did.
Like, who else are you gonna pick? But Ben, you know why I'm picking Virginia? College baseball variance. Knowles came off an emotional big win at home. They lose their star player. Virginia gets their ass beat in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. They come home. Florida State's got to travel. College baseball variance said Virginia's winning the series.
Yeah. And I'll say this: a bird ball. They're nowhere on the list. We haven't talked about them. Fucking Boston College fucking rocks.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up because I do want to throw Todd Interdonato's name in that South Carolina opening.
In South Carolina. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's a longtime Wofford coach, and I've talked about it enough, but he's somebody that's used to recruiting that South Carolina territory, Atlanta, all the way up to North Carolina. Like, if Boston College is a 2 seed, 3 seed in a regional this year, he is a really good coach that deserves a shot at the SEC level.
Very.
Yeah. UC Santa Barbara travels to Cal Poly for this weekend series. Cal Poly looked tremendous on the island against Hawaii. That was their one series in the Big West against a big. I would say the Big West. I love their top 6 teams in the league. Outside of that, they handled Bakersfield in a weekend series, and they took 2 or 3 against Riverside, who hasn't looked very well this year. But unfortunately, in that Hawaii series, you saw Leif Palmer go down, and then Ryan Volmerding has also exited the weekend rotation. There's been a little bit of turmoil there for Cal Poly in the weekend rotation, and they haven't quite been tested since the second weekend in Big West. I think UC Santa Barbara, their lineup has been pretty cold. Cal Poly could handle this weekend on the mound. I do think that's a possibility. But the one thing that I know is for certain is Cal Poly's offense, the best one over the last 2 years now, this year and last year in the Big West, up against the best pitching staff in the Big West in UC Santa Barbara. It's a true clash of styles. And what I do believe in is that good arms can quiet good bats on any given weekend or any given day. I'm going to go Gauchos, but this was a tough series for me to pick because I like both teams, Ben.
Yep. I'm right there with you, Noah. I'm going to label this an absolute must-win series for the Gauchos. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Cal Poly is running, like, them and UC San Diego are kind of running away with this, and I'm glad there is a Big West tournament now because it used to be just regular season winner would get that automatic bid. But if Santa Barbara wants to be labeled like any sort of postseason threat, they have to win this series on the road. They've messed around too much, and I'm going to put a guarantee that a guarantee that Santa Barbara wins this series.
Question of the year would have been next.
Yeah. I don't think you can say it any better than that, Ben. You have to win the series. I mean, the top 4 gets really crowded in the Big West. If you're used to following the Big West, the record between your first and fourth place team gets really crowded. Santa Barbara, you struggle this series. It might get a little dangerous at the end of missing the Big West tournament. It gets really crowded up there. So I don't think they're gonna miss, but I'm just saying it's just another series. If you get a win over Cal Poly, you're in a good spot. So give me Santa Barbara. They're pitching really well. They pitched really well against Oregon. They hit well tonight a little bit for the first couple innings, then they forgot how to hit again against USC. But I do like this team.
All right. So that takes us to the Arkansas and
Jack didn't pick.
Sorry, Jack.
Gauchos, Jacksonville, Florida's really good.
God, this is going to be such bulletin board material. Cal Poly is going to print this graphic out.
Congrats on the win, Sangs.
They're going to probably be like, yo, would you just look at us? We're 10-2 in the Big West, and you're taking Santa Barbara? Like, what are you doing?
I know. All right. that hurts because I think Cal Poly's definitely capable of winning 2 games in this series, guys.
They
Do
are.
I flip?
They're very capable.
Oh, do I flip?
But this is what I say every week about this team. If they win Friday night, I have a hard time believing they're going to get swept the next 2. It happened against UC Davis, but
Yeah.
I don't think it happened again. So
Come back to me. I might flip from that on the rest of the series. We're going to jump to Auburn, Alabama, as Arkansas travels down after this thriller midweek game against Missouri State. Forgive me, I don't know if they play on the Wednesday or not. But we have an Arkansas team trying to find themselves on the mound up against an Auburn team that was just swept by their in-state rival on the road at Alabama. Both teams need this series like blood. That's why it makes it so great. That's why it's on this Pickem. For me, I'm going to go Auburn at home. That place has been unbelievable so far this season with the crowds and what they've had. And I think that Marciano on Friday sets the tone. It's something that really I can believe in consistency-wise for the Tigers. And I do think that the lineup for the Tigers is just something that I, again, just have seen perform a little bit better throughout the season, being more consistent than Arkansas. I think maybe a weekend away from the state of Arkansas may help the Hogs in that aspect, but I'm going Auburn here, Ben.
Yeah, and if anybody tells you they know for a fact who's going to win this series, they're lying. It is truly a guessing game at this point. Both teams highly talented. Both teams have struggled at points this year. They've looked great at points this year. What are we doing here? Why is my picture on your screen?
That's from Twitter. Somebody
Low
put that on
Speeds
Twitter.
is back.
Low Speeds is back.
Shout out Low Speeds. He's back.
I rocked the hat the other day. It's somewhere around here. But I'll take Arkansas just because they have to have it. They've messed around too much this year. Like, come into Auburn, win 2 games, and prove why you were ranked number 4 in the country when I don't think they deserved to be ranked number 4 last week. So, I don't know. Big weekend for Arkansas. Hopefully they'll get it done. Actually, not even hopefully. I don't care who wins this series. I just want it to be good. I want it to be like just good old-fashioned hate and good old-fashioned college baseball.
I needed to pull up like the context of this. Dimitri tweeted out the score box or the score bug of Washington up 18-2 in the 8th inning against Oregon State, and Low Speeds replies with Ben's like junior year photo at Mercer.
Yeah, that's
So back to the series. I like Auburn at home. I don't think they lose another series at home after the Texas one. They go on the road. They get swept by Alabama. I think they come home and they take care of business in front of the Plainsman faithful. I trust Jake Marciano to get them off to a 1-0 start. And, yeah, give me Auburn at home.
Whoa, pig, suey. Arkansas.
Okay.
Hey, Ben, you picked Arkansas, right? Noah, you picked Auburn, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
That takes us to Georgia, Mississippi State. And, boys, I think this is the most confident I am in a pick in a series for this weekend. I'm going to go Mississippi State. For me, just comes down to they've done it again against better competition so far this season. They're at home at the Dude against Georgia. And I mean, 1 through 9, they're hitting well right now. The pitching looks sturdy enough. I'm going Bulldogs here at the Dude, Ben.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be fading you here because Georgia leads the country in homers by a ton, by 60% more than everybody else. I've been very high on Mississippi State. They have yet to disappoint me since I've hopped on their bandwagon, but the Dude is kind of a hitter-friendly, small ballpark. The ball is going to fly, and I do like Georgia's offense here. I think Georgia rolls. I think they come out and they put a statement because they've messed around quite a bit this year too, especially in midweeks.
Can I rebut with a stat?
Yeah, look, I don't care about these ballpark factors in college baseball. They're not real. They're not real stats.
I'm here to say that Mississippi State's got a better batting average, and they're scoring more runs per game than Georgia.
They've played different schedules this year.
I think Mississippi State's played tougher.
I'm going through their schedule in my head. What do you mean tougher?
I think Mississippi State's played a tougher schedule.
All right, I got to pull this up now.
Well, Noah, you're going with the Dogs. Ben, you're also going with the Dogs.
I have a guarantee here.
I guarantee the Dogs win this series.
I think I'm going with the Dogs too. Jack, you going with the Dogs?
Yeah, I get Dogs too.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go with the maroon. I'm gonna go with the maroon dog. I think.
Yeah.
Mississippi State has played a much harder schedule. You're right, Noah.
Mississippi State's also going to sweep because I like Georgia as well, which means Ben and I are on the Georgia train, which means they've got no shot.
None.
Ooh, Jack going with the Georgia Dogs.
Yeah,
I'm working on trying to flip Ben to Mississippi State.
Coming down the track, red, black.
I think Georgia wins on Friday night at the Dude. I think Saturday, Mississippi State breaks the attendance record again. I think Mississippi State wins by 34 runs on Saturday, and then Sunday in a really fun rubber match. I think it's one of the better games this season.
Yeah, I don't think Mississippi State's losing the Valencia start. But all right, so Ben and Jack are on the Georgia Dog. Noah and Dimitri on the Mississippi State Duty Noble Dogs.
Sounds like a plan. Then that takes us to Morgantown, as we've got a huge matchup in the Big 12 currently. UCF at the top of the standings, 8-1. West Virginia nipping at their heels, 7-2, and they host the series. I'm gonna ride with West Virginia. This is a pick on my regular season champ that I took with the Mountaineers when we were able to repick, I should say. And I think they had a very good weekend, built some momentum in Arizona and the Suns in the desert state. They come back home in front of a ruckus crowd that will definitely be there for this one. And I think they make a statement with a home series win, and they beat the back-to-back best teams in the standings in the Big 12 in back-to-back weekends. I'm going West Virginia, guys. Ben?
That's a great pick, Noah. West Virginia, this is their I don't want to call it a Super Bowl, but by far their biggest home games of the year. They've played all of their big series on the road this year.
Good point.
They were at Georgia Southern, at Liberty, at Kennesaw, at Baylor, at Arizona State. All of their their biggest home series was BYU. So this is a series where the Morgantown faithful, they understand that UCF is in first place in the Big 12, having a great year. They're going to show up, show out. I think this will be a very emotional series. Both teams are going to be proving why they are playing the season with a chip on their shoulder. I think you're going to see some fireworks and some chippiness, but yeah, I'll take the Mountaineers as well.
Yeah, I'm taking West Virginia. I think it's hard to pick against them up in the mountain. Came off a big road series. Hey, win that road series at Arizona State and then not get caught looking ahead and take care of business against Arizona tonight tells me this team is mature. This team is strong. This team is good. They're going to get home ready to go in front of their home crowd. It's going to be a regional type atmosphere. West Virginia is heating up again. So, yeah, give me West Virginia at home. But I do think the UCF pitching is going to surprise a lot of people.
In 1963, my grandfather was the Mountaineer at the University of Virginia. There was no way I could do it. So congratulations to UCF on their weekend series win. We have doomed the Mountaineers. But I do like your pick. I do think Steve Saban's could be the coach of the year. And I foreshadow being in Morgantown for a regional this year.
Oh, I like that. I may join you.
Was the last regional they hosted when A&M hit the walk-off?
Yep.
Yep.
That was so heartbreaking.
Also, if UCF is going to become like a true contender and make a run in the postseason, Andrew Williamson is going to be on our Power 4 Player of the Year No, I mean,
Yeah.
he's hit like 310 or something like that with 6 pumps. Like, he's got the ability to be like a superstar, though.
That takes us to the Los Angeles Showdown. We teased it at the top of the Pickem portion, but now we're going to talk it. Trojans, Bruins.
Granddaddy of them all.
Granddaddy of them all is right. Trojans are 26-3, 10-2 in the Big Ten. UCLA is 25-2, 12-0 in the Big Ten. Both of them top 15 in the RPI currently. And I mean, guys, looking at this series, it is paper thin trying to decipher or handicap who's necessarily going to win it. UCLA does have the home field advantage, but they're both within the same region of the city. It's only like a 30-minute drive for these Trojans. They're probably sleeping in their own beds for the weekend, guys. For me, in the Pick'em pool, and I'm trying to, at the end of the year, win it. I have yet to win it, but I think 3-year, 4-year tally, I am top 10, but I've yet to win it, guys. I'm trying to win it.
You want to be humble one time?
I'm trailing by like 4 or 5 from
Like,
first
well,
place.
everybody, time out. Everybody, he's top 10 in the last 4 years.
Yeah, I've been super consistent, guys.
What they call top 10, Noah, 9th fucking last place.
This
Hand in the
is
trophy.
how
It's over. Noah
this
wins.
is how
Hand
you
it
make
over.
up a little bit of ground. 80% of the pool is going to be on UCLA, I believe. I think this is a paper thin margin in the series. Give me USC, that powerful starting rotation, and the offense isn't even been that bad, guys. The Trojans currently 9th in batting average in the conference, top 8 in OPS as well. They've got a little bit more power than they've typically had in years past. I'm on USC. I'm taking USC.
Let's do something right here. The fans will love it. I don't know if Jack's ever seen it yet, but let's do it right now.
Oh, wow.
Resume
You
comparisons.
you think this is going to be a tough to handicap? Like, what do you think the spread's going to be on Friday night? What will the line be?
All right, fans, this is what we've got.
Yeah.
Sportsbook wise, I'm expecting plenty of value on the Trojans and all three
Yeah,
games of the series.
like UCLA minus like 280.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
There you go.
All right, Ben, what do you think?
I mean, I'm going UCLA just because I think they're the best team in college baseball by a pretty good margin. Like I talked about it last episode, there's 4 teams that have like separated themselves from me. UCLA is number 1 out of those 4 teams with Georgia Tech, Texas, Mississippi State. USC, great story for them. 26-3 so far this year, and not a peep in the preseason from anybody about them being good. So it is a great story. I think UCLA sweeps the series though.
Ooh.
I think the offense is that good, and like nobody talks about how good UCLA's pitching staff is. They are absolute electric out of the bullpen, especially. They got 2 guys that will just come in and shut you down. Give me the Bruins.
UCLA, I don't think there's more of a safe pick, but I think I'm with Noah. I haven't decided yet. People are sleeping because of USC's one game against Oregon State where they got beat. Oregon State lost 18-2 tonight. You think people are going to say Oregon State's fraudulent? They're terrible. Oh, they're not good. They're just whatever. No, like it happened. USC got punched in the mouth, and it happened to be their first game with full attention on against a good team. It happened. But this is also a team that's 10-2 in the Big Ten. They've been on the road a bunch. Been at home a bunch. They're 8-2 on the road. They've got a superstar Friday night guy in Mason Edwards, and I don't think people realize how good he is. His stuff is really, really good. Then on Saturday, Grant Govell, just as good. Like, this is a very good 1-2 punch, and I think if anybody's going to beat the Bruins, it's going to take a team with this kind of pitching. So you give me USC.
Rutgers, Minnesota, Oregon, Washington, with midweeks against Santa Barbara and Hawaii for UCLA on their schedule. If they don't get got now, they don't see Oregon for about another 5 weeks. UCLA is going to sweep, and we're going to have a conversation about potentially one of the best seasons in Division I college baseball history here soon, boys. They're that good.
Yeah.
This is Tech is just downright silly offensively. UCLA is just as loaded, maybe a little bit better on the mound, and I'll make something very clear. There ain't nobody in the Big Ten that smell their jock right now.
Oh, you guys are making this way too easy for USC to win. Talking like this, you're making it way too easy.
I want USC to prove me wrong, because we need USC to be good, like really good in this sport, and this is the starting point. Obviously, Coach Stankiewicz has done an unbelievable job since he's been there, revitalizing the USC brand and the name. But Jack said it well. Like if USC can't win the series now, UCLA's got a path to be 55-win team after conference tournament, like 55-4. Going into regional.
Yeah. I hope that was more so like a UCLA bandwagon play, like to Ben's point, like Southern Cal being good in college baseball is super badass for the sport. Like that wasn't a me like poo-pooing on the Trojans. It's just I saw UCLA in Arlington and I haven't been able to stop thinking about them since. What they did to A&M and State, like I've never seen anything like it.
We saw him in Omaha last year, and it was like, oh, he's coming back. Oh, yeah, he's coming back. Oh, yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back. Oh, they're all coming back.
83% production back.
And then added Logan Redmond to it, added Gasparino to it. Trust me. I think UCLA could very easily win the series, but I'm not picking on who I think is the better team. I'm picking on who I think can win this series. And if they were to do it again in 5 weeks, who knows? I might pick UCLA the next time.
Fire me up more to see USC win this series than UCLA.
Yeah,
UCLA wins the series. It's like business as usual. If USC wins this series, I'm fired up.
Let's make something abundantly clear, too. There's nothing that Southern Cal fans should be more ecstatic about that Ben and I are picking against you. Like that, UCLA could put prime Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson.
I'm kind of worried.
They'd be screwed with Ben and I on their train.
I'm kind of worried. Me and Noah had the exact same picks, and he went 1-5 last week. Mister, I've been top 10 the last 4 years. Went 1-5 last week.
Hey, did I go 5-1 or 6-0 last week?
You guys want an update from last week?
All right, it was my best week I've had in 4 years. I suck at this pick'em stuff.
Last week, Ben, you went 1-0, 2-0, 3-4. You went 5-1. Everybody, round of applause.
First time probably since 2022.
I went 4-2. I lost the Arizona State one. Jack, you went 1, 2, 3, 4-2. Well done. Noah, you went 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, 0-4, 0-5. Oh, sorry, 1-5.
That's why. To be honest,
it doesn't matter. You were top 10 the last 4 years.
In the pick'em pools, you gotta, in a series where I think it's 50-50. Honestly, I think I'd give UCLA like a 65% chance of winning this series.
And that's why
I think it'll be picked in the pool. I think 80 to 85% of the people will be on UCLA. That gives me about 15% of leverage against the field. I'm going to take that every day of the week. So
isn't it funny that I just gave you the statistical breakdown as why he fades everyone, and I just do it naturally. Like I was just like utter balls instinct. I'm like, yeah, this seems right, and it's never right.
Well, boys, that was a great show. Thank you guys for sticking around. 1:30 a.m. Eastern. We appreciate all the listeners. Like, it is full swing college baseball now. Like, conference play is great.
What's UCLA's hand signal? What do they do? You know how USC does this, Texas does this, Miami does this. What's UCLA?
They go UCLA.
LA. UCL.
I picture it like the YMCA dance where they're like
UCLA.
No, that's Ohio State BS.
They just hold it rock.
No, they just go. Oh.
H.
OH. Oh yeah, OH.
Well,
We're off.
UCL for loser. L7 weenie.
We got to end the show. I appreciate everybody for listening. We got to get out of here. We're loopy. See you guys.